It's almost time, guys. Liverpool against Newcastle United, the EFL Cup Final, the Carabao Cup Final, East Coast versus West Coast rivalry going on here, being played out at the wonderful Wembley Stadium. The first domestic cup final of the season being played this Sunday, 16th of March at 4:30 p.m. local time kickoff. But who's going to come out on top? What are my thoughts coming into this game? And of course, who is likely to line up for both sides? I'm going to bring you all that in my Carabao Cup final preview. So let's start with Liverpool. I guess the biggest question around Liverpool really is who is going to start in goal. Of course, Alisson is doing incredible work in the goal for Liverpool. His performances against PSG recently were absolutely incredible. He was pulling off some world-class saves, but up until this point in the competition, Cowlan Kelly, I can never say his name, the backup goalkeeper, the Irish guy, he was playing in the EFL Cup, partly because of Alisson being injured for so long, but ever since he came back as well, Kelleher has been the goalkeeper of choice for the Cups. Now, whether he starts in the final or not is another matter, but I'd like to think Schlott will actually reward that loyalty, those good performances from Kelleher in the EFL Cup. So I would back him to actually start, although it would not surprise me if, of course, he does not and Alisson comes in instead. Now, Liverpool are going to play as strong a side as possible. There is no hint that they will back off at all with this one. They've pretty much won the Premier League at this point. They are out of the FA Cup, and now they're also out of the Champions League as well. So this really is quite literally their cup final. They can't go win anything else that they've not already won effectively. But who will not be playing is, of course, Joe Gomez and Conor Branley. They are also ruled out. That means that Jarrell Kwanzaa, who is, of course, that has been called up recently to the England squad, he could well get a start for Liverpool this weekend against Newcastle. Tyler Morton, any kind of hope that he had as well is also gone. He's out with a shoulder injury this weekend. But good news for Liverpool is that Ibrahima Konate is set to play. I imagine he will start at the back alongside Virgil van Dijk at centre back. Cody Gakpo is also back in midweek against PSG. Again, he's someone else I expect to have some sort of say in this game. I'll be surprised if he doesn't actually start, of course. Alexander Arnold, he is injured. Like I said, Kwanzaa will most likely come in for him at right back. At left back, Andy Robertson will more than likely start. McAllister and Gravenberch both in the centre of midfield. Will likely see Szoboszlai playing an attacking midfield role with Cody Gakpo, Diaz and Mohamed Salah up top for Liverpool. Now for Newcastle, interestingly, we of course had the news that Dan Burn has been given a call up to the England squad. I will be shocked if the big man at the back does not start for Newcastle as a result of that. Now again, when it comes to the goalkeeping situation for Newcastle, now Martin Dubravka has been playing in the EFL Cup so far this season, but of course Nick Pope is their main goalkeeper. Will Howe go with a bit of loyalty there or go for the player that has been playing most often? For what it's worth, I'd be surprised if he doesn't start Pope, because this is a chance for Newcastle to win their first piece of domestic silverware in, 60 years, 70 years? It's been a very long time since Newcastle won any sort of major silverware, so I imagine he will play his best squad. Nick Pope in goal, I expect to happen. Livramento, Shaw and Trippier also at the back. Dan Burn, of course, like I already mentioned. Sandro Tonali, Umaraich and Willock, Murphy, Isaac and Joe Linton, I all expect to be in the lineup for Newcastle. Callum Wilson could make a surprise start, but I imagine he'll probably be used as an impact sub off the bench. I don't really see Newcastle going with two forwards up front. I think that's a bit too adventurous against Liverpool's side that will come into this one as the heavy favourite. Lewis Hall, of course, won't be involved in any action for Newcastle for the rest of the season, unfortunately. Really nasty injury that he has suffered recently for the Toon. Sven Botman is, of course, out. He's been injured for a very long time, and he needs some more work on that. But of course, the big absentee is Anthony Gordon. He's of course suspended. He got sent off in the FA Cup, and unfortunately he does miss the final of the EFL Cup because of that. So a bit of a double blow there, out of the FA Cup, and also not being able to play in the final. That is going to be a big factor really in terms of how I expect this game to go. And as a result, I do expect Liverpool to win relatively comfortably. I think they were very much shown up by PSG. To be quite frank, I was not expecting PSG to be that good against Liverpool over two legs. PSG absolutely deserved it. They dominated the first leg in Paris and somehow lost. And in the second leg, they were pretty good as well and managed to win, going through on penalties. So I do think Liverpool are going to win. This is a huge deal for this is his first chance to win some silverware as Liverpool manager, and not the last by any means. As like I said, he's probably going to win the Premier League more than likely. So I'm expecting Liverpool to win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 victory to Liverpool. I think, you know, Newcastle are a good side at the end of the day, and they're playing well at times. But I think Liverpool, like I said, they've got a bit of face to really save at this point. They cannot mess up against Newcastle because they are coming in as the favourites, and understandably so. So I expect Liverpool to extend their record-breaking tally of EFL Cups. I think they've won 10. I know they've won the most out of all, so I imagine them to make that 11 if that is the case this weekend. But guys, what do you think? I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping for a competitive game. And as a neutral, I would like Newcastle to win, but I just don't really see it personally. I really don't. But I'd love to be wrong. I would love for Newcastle to win, and just a bit of variety at the end of the day. Someone else winning one of the major trophies in England. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see some more from us, just like this, guys. I'll be reacting to this match as well. Of course, most likely on Monday. Sunday, I've got a very busy day with the likes of course, the Australian Grand Prix, which is on at 4 a.m. For you guys that follow me on F1Chronicle.com, you'll know that's what I'm doing for you guys. So yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't mean that the EFL Cup Final has to suffer a little bit, but I'll be reacting on Monday. Don't you worry about that, guys. But yeah, have a great weekend ahead. Hope it's a fantastic match, and yeah, let's enjoy the EFL Cup Final and a full round of Premier League fixtures aside from these sides and the ones that we're going to play. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a great day.